Hi everyone, 732 Review Crew here. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
And unfortunately, Mike could not make this episode, but we are going to be watching Shogun episode 5 together. This one is titled Broken to the Fist, and we are very excited, especially because after last episode's crazy ending with Toranaga's son firing the chain links or chain shot at
the messenger, Ishido's general.
Yeah, yes. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy because no one saw it coming.
And then we had a nice romantic moment between Mariko and John, which neither of them, Mariko would not admit to.
I was going to say, which led to a not so romantic morning.
Yes. Part of it, when I was doing my editing, I noticed actually that Mariko and Fuji pretend that they hired a
that's what they say. Yeah.
Which is crazy, but technically,
Well, because they're breaking the rules.
But we're very excited to jump into this episode, so thank you for joining us. We're starting this one in 3, 2, 1. Storm clouds? Oh no.
That was fast. What the fuck?
It might be Toranaga returning.
I don't think so.
Wow. Can't wait to watch a battle with this army. Yeah, see?
Oh, okay. I don't think so.
I feel like he would recognize his banner. Buntaro? What? What? That's bad for her and John Blackthorne.
Say so. She doesn't look very happy. Holy shit.
We need to get
How the fuck is he alive?
We never saw him die. You
think he just killed enough people that they were like, all right, dude, you can go. You deserve it. How did he get away?
So silly that that's a possibility.
You're gonna see the Christians and non-Christians butt heads.
前田殿を推挙いたす。あのような腐れ梅族と座を囲むくらいなら、この腹かっさばいた方がましよ。前田殿は大野殿のいとこにあたるお方じゃ。
Woo, drama.
See, he was trying to pick someone that would benefit.
They all are.
Yeah.
Politics.
I'm just noticing how much younger he appears to be than the rest of them.
わしが集めておいた浪人の一団が文太郎に加勢したのじゃ。江戸に着いた時、生き残った浪人はわずかに2人。文太郎にはそなたと同じく安心の一緒に投留するよう申し付けた。
Yikes.
2人のどちらにも使えられるである。
Could be a conflict of interest.
根原定禅を殺したのは我が息子の計り事であったのか。戦の大義名分に掲げるに違いない。マリコ殿、この記事は安心に使わす。お前はあのような愚行に駆り立
てさせ。He's so smart.
野心に燃える老いの方か。そなたはやすやすと罠にはまりよった。手なずけられたのじゃ。人も鷹も同じじゃ。わしが命ずるままこの拳からまっすぐに飛び立ち、動く者すべてを殺す者がおる。その一方で餌で釣らねば動かぬ横着者もおる。人を操り獲物めがけて飛ばす術を身につけよう。そなたのために狩りをさせるのじゃ。このことが飲み込めるので、そなたから大砲隊の指揮権を取り上げる。
The head?
Yep.
上禅様にござりまする。
Yikes! War!
That was a hell of a scene. It was even more interesting that he was alone.
Now we'll hang it up for a few days to mature, maybe a week, depending on the weather. Yes, yes. There will be a terrible stench. But this is a gift from Toranaga-sama. It must be the best pheasant this village has ever prepared. Kinizuru. Hai. Sawatara. Shinu.
If touch, die.
I mean, he's a lord now.
I know.
これはおじ上。
Oh shit.
無事にご生還をそばされ何よりでござります。
マリコはどこじゃ。
虎長様の野人に参られました。
万人の奥方とはどんなもんじゃ。
お言葉でござりまするが、私は旗本の性質でございます。わかりかねます。
She's got some
You know,
spirit.
he is not happy.
Yeah,
お
no.
前と寝たのか。
いいえ、ありがたいことに。安仁様には私より好みに合う女子がおり。
万人は万人の女子だけ相手にしておればよいのじゃ。
He's not. He's not.
Yeah, no, he didn't connect the dots. That was kind of fucked up. She even. Well, he doesn't seem like he's going to be a problem at all.
双心なき旨を石堂に誓えと命じられたそうじゃな。
いつも通り全てお見通しでござりまするな。
どうなさるおつもりかな。
いや、ウロン拙者虎長様のもとに
He can't return now, anyways.
長門殿は上手に大砲隊のことを報告させまいとしてご決断されたのでございます。
長門はあのような策略を思いつくほど賢く、
恐れながら我が追いの仕向けたことかと存じます。
何故敵を誘い出す妙案を編み出してくれた末頼もしき若武者をわしが懲らしめねばならんのじゃ。
おお、
奴らの本陣たる大坂で兵を挙げておれば、わしの負けは火を見るより明らかであった。じゃが追い子殿のおかげで奴らの方から打ち入れて。
おっしゃる通りにございます。それがしも同じことを考えています。
Yo.
ご所望であれば逮捕隊はお重にお願いいたしますが。
は
I love his
ほら、
home.
何と申した。大砲隊がお前のものとでも申すつもりか。お、もともとわしのものである大砲隊を。
Yikes!
He's still. It's crazy.
What is he doing to the bird?
I just can't believe this guy hasn't picked a fucking side.
マリコ様も私もよくよく業が不幸ござりまするな。安仁様がたたり神のように台所を汚されたと思うたら、こたびはおじ上が。
いい石がなければ庭は雑木が生い茂るだけの茂みに過ぎませぬ。
わかります、ご次郎。
わしの弓はどんな大砲よりも早く長く飛ぶぞ。
We call it English rabbit stew. Now, admittedly, I had to substitute for the ingredients, sake, sherry, and a few other things, but that's the beauty of a good stew. It all tastes like gravy in the end.
We are particular eaters, Anjin-sama. It is our loss.
Give it a try. Come on.
He tried the natto.
I feel like you put a lot of effort into making it. Ew, that looks so gross. Not supposed to slurp.
No, you are in Asian culture.
Oh, yeah?
Means the food is good. See, I told you.
It's gonna be like a pissing contest.
Drinking contest.
Yeah, no, they're doing. It's a total pissing contest right now. That's Sake too. He's about to be wasted.
Look, he's gonna do it too now. Buntaro's gonna do it too. Yeah.
John Blackthorne is such a fucking child, but God, I love
He's
him.
an Englishman drinking. This is his chat. This is his superpower.
If you cheat, cheat death. If you steal, steal the heart of a woman. If you lie, lie in the everlasting warmth of her bosom.
Oh man, bro.
Drink with me.
Is she not gonna translate any of that?
Nope.
万人の国に参ったようじゃ。
Ask her husband if he'd share the story of his escape in Osaka.
Flashback?
武勇は死人を飾るもの。物語は子供に聞かせ。
Yo, he's cold motherfucker. What?
My husband is tired and has had a lot to drink. You must tell him a story. But choose your words carefully.
いいえ。戦。話。あなた。
I don't know what that means.
I think he's saying like, no, you tell me.
he's going to shoot it.
The left or the right post?
Oh, man, he can't even see straight.
Please. Choose.
She's clearly seen this before, huh?
Mariko-sama, move! Mariko-sama!
Did he cut her nose?
No.
Mariko-sama, get out of the fucking way!
Whew.
But I believe strongly that his wife merits better.
Yeah, no, she's not gonna say that, dude.
妻は持ち物であり、夫の意のままにして良いのでござりましょう。されと安心様は妻をもっと丁重に扱ってはいかがな。
Oh,
Oh, so she said that though.
there's a reason why. We'll talk. Oh my god.
こやつにお前の氏筋を教えてやれ。
Oh shit.
I am daughter of the late Lord Akichi Jinsai. My father's lord was Kuroda-sama, ruler of Japan before the Taiko. Kuroda-sama was corrupt and murderous, and so my father killed him out of love for the realm. For this he was hunted along with my family. They all knelt before my father, who was forced to execute them one by one.
Oh my god.
I was just married and not permitted to fight. I asked my husband to let me take action against this injustice, but I can do nothing because my husband orders me to live.
She wants to kill herself.
Oh, holy fuck.
誰が下がっておいと申した。
Man, he's a fucking asshole.
Oh no.
But this isn't gonna go well.
Grab a sword.
He grabbed something.
Get out of the way. Just move, damn it.
叔父上はもうおりませぬ。Get back! 安心様にこのようなありさまをお見せしてはなりませんなんだ。この家は業の深い人間だらけ。
Where's he going?
Oh no, but he's got a loaded gun.
Look at me!
Jesus fucking Christ.
Dude, I fucking love John Blackthorne, dude. You think he's gonna
Kill himself? No.
No?
殿公の屋敷の和を乱す者だ。何とぞご勘弁を。酒。
Sake! Get up, you bastard! On your feet!
Oh, he's gonna have an audience. Hit the same spot twice. You see that? Gross.
Yeah.
Jeez.
藪重が村で患者を探し回っておるようじゃ。拙者が名乗り出ること、何とぞおる。大事な家臣じゃ。
Oh, he's a samurai. Oh, that makes him even cooler.
村で噂が立っておりまする。このお屋敷はたたり神に取り憑かれておると。
このひどい匂いを取り除いてはいけませんでしょうか。
I don't understand anything you're saying. Where is she?
Not be seen together.
Oh, the pox on that. Don't put it behind that folded fence of yours, whatever you call it.
Hateful fence.
We've discussed for him if you want to be free of that shitless coward, then be free of him.
Fuji-sama believes they were given to our father as a battle honor. The truth is he died a coward begging for his life. Her grandfather bought them from a drunken samurai for 3 bags of rice to spare her the embarrassment. I will give my husband nothing. Not even my hatred.
You'd die to avenge your father. You'd live in anguish. To spite your husband, which is it? What becomes of you if you can't see that? You'll never be free of this prison.
Wow.
Love John Blackthorne.
If freedom is all you ever live for, you will never be free of yourself. The only words we share will be from others' lips.
Oh,
Damn it. Just doing the 3-fold fence thing.
eightfold.
8-fold.
She's three
Why are
folds.
there so many folds, Mikey?
She's 3 folds.
Why are there so many folds?
She's 3 folds in.
What happened to our love story?
I hate it. Who died?
They found their spy, I'm imagining. They got rid of it.
Oh, the gardener. Ujiro, Yoroshi. Yondekite.
No! They killed him! Oh my fucking god.
Go away.
That was his friend.
All of you!
Yeah, no, he liked him. It just, I feel bad because he was like trying to do some of his culture and it just like, yeah, no.
I ask that my ship and my men be returned to me so that I may leave and not return.
二人とも顔色が悪いな。
Life has no value to you. Only the meaningless rituals you're trapped in. Like Ujiro.
こわっぱちびた振る舞いをするでない。
A meeting was called with Miraji, who was the village headman. But he determined it was a house problem, so someone had to steal it and bury it. And Ujiro announced that he had been sick lately, so he volunteered.
I killed him.
Fuck.
Lord, forgive me, I killed that old man.
What's happening to Toranaga?
Holy fuck.
Whoa. Toranaga!
John Blackthorne, no hesitation, man.
Sun was right after him, though.
Yeah. But the sun didn't jump first.
Oh my fucking god. I hope he's not dead. It's still active.
No, but he might be injured now.
Holy shit. Is he okay?
John Blackthorne saved his life.
Yeah. He earns this leave.
These belong to Fuji's father. They may not be much, but I'd be honored if he would accept this gift.
Woo!
It's just so funny because he's like, get me the fuck out of here, and immediately does all the right things, huh?
Yeah. A good man. The village! Where's Fuji? I don't like the look of this.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's good.
I think Fuji's dead. And I'm not happy about this. No! Yeah!
Hey! Those damn producers. You got us.
It's almost twice.
He's gonna start on the garden.
Yeah. He saved two people.
That's great. Yeah, I was gonna say he could like be helping people.
He saved the Lord.
誰の家じゃ。年寄りの庭師で。
Dude, they just keep building tension and giving us like nothing.
Love it. We haven't had a single fight.
Oh, this is from the beginning.
This is
The mystery woman.
No, they said who this was. This was the Lord, the mother of the
Oh,
Lord.
you're right. The mother, yeah.
Yeah.
Of the heir.
Of the the heir.
太閤様のお世継ぎにあだなすものあればこの石戸命を懸けて
しからばもはや戦議は終わったと思ってよいのじゃな大老衆のお考え
Woo!
しかと
So she's making a play for power.
Yeah, she is. Okay, so oh my god, that's a lot. So I think that's Lady Ochiba, who is
It
the
is.
prior. He's the widow
Taiko's
of the Taiko.
wife, yeah.
Now we learned a lot this episode. So the Taiko is the. I don't think the Taiko.
Sorry for mispronouncing.
You're fine.
that.
Yeah, you know.
Taiko.
We're Americans. I'm pretty sure it's Taiko. But I think the Taiko was the non-shogun ruler. I think the one before that was the shogun. The shogun. And the Taiko is like the non-military leader before that. Taiko, looking it up right now. Sorry. Just because it relates, meaning shogun is Taiko is a large drum.
You spelled it wrong.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No. What is
I don't know.
regardless of what it is, Taiko rank in Japan is the first rank nobility titles. Is a retired regent to an adult emperor. So basically, the thing I'm going to come to is that we learned the names of the prior leaders of Japan before this, which was Kuroda Suma, which was the corrupt ruler, who was very,
who Mariko's father assassinated.
Yes. And then Ochiba's husband took over after him, it seems. But as a result, Ochiba is the highest born lady or highest class lady in Japan, I would assume. Because we've learned about high ranking ladies.
That would be correct.
Mariko isn't one, but I think Fuji is.
We've now learned definitively
She's not.
Mariko's definitely not.
So we'll get to that.
Like Mariko is like
the lowest.
damaged goods.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we learned that Ochiba wants to lead the council almost like puppets. Maybe, I don't know what is going on, but maybe she's about to have open war against Toranaga.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to go back a few episodes, okay?
Well, she was prisoner.
The Taiko is done. Yes, she was prisoner. Toranaga's in Edo, okay? But go rewind or fast forward, rewind to the Taiko's death.
His conversation?
Okay? He never says anything to her, but they lock eyes like numerous times, okay?
Who?
Him and Lady Ochiba.
Ochiba and the Toranaga or the...
Toranaga and Lady Ochiba.
Like they have some sort of thing going on?
Yeah, like 100%.
Well, I thought they mentioned that in there, but they...
No. All the Taiko says anything about it is like, I always pick the pretty ones over whatever, and he's like, yeah, you did.
But, I mean, that also makes sense considering the heir to the throne was at Edo, I think, which is...
He was never in Edo. He's in Osaka.
No, he was talking to Toranaga in that one episode where the heir was talking to him. I think it was the first episode. We learned about him, this and that. And then we learned that Toranaga was keeping his mom in his castle.
Yes.
Now, whatever reason, we don't know.
What I was getting at with that is clearly Toranaga's not stupid.
No, he's absolutely not.
So he now has Lady Ochiba return just in time before they, now that they're like, fuck, we have to find a person. She's conveniently arrived at the best time to be like, no, I'm going to tell you guys what to do. Ha ha ha.
But it seems like she has some ulterior motives.
Or she doesn't. I'm just saying there's a chance. I could see it going either way.
I think
anyways.
So
only because they like really locked in that they seem to be, there were words unspoken, but they were,
I get it. So gonna dial it back to the beginning. We learned that Buntaro is alive.
Yeah.
Crazy. The way he survives was for 20 days, him and a contingent of Ronins fought their way there. Only 2 of them survived, I think him and another one. And as a result, he returns. This is very awkward for Blackthorn and Mariko, as well as Fuji, because of all the whole thing going on. Technically, in most cultures, and especially in Japanese culture, his wife, her husband dying so soon, she's supposed to be in a period of grieving, and therefore not supposed to be taking anybody for pillowing. But she is not really grieved, because as we have seen, Buntaro is a piece of shit.
But sorry to jump a little ahead, but we now know why that really is. And it's that she was thinking to herself, like, great, I'm going to be able to actually either seek out revenge or end her life.
Or just live for the Lord instead of having to live. Or die for the Lord instead of living for her husband, I believe was what the correct phrase was.
Yes, but whatever the case, she would have the freedom to choose.
Crazy that her dad had to kill his wife and all his children, and then himself probably.
Yeah, and that on top of that, her husband's punishment for her is like, no, you stay alive.
And I feel like
you're not dying.
Was it because she was married already? Was why she wasn't?
Correct.
Okay, because then technically she's already somebody else's name.
But it means pretty much her husband is just her own personal, like.
Correct. Now, speaking of her husband, there was that whole scene with John Blackthorne where they're flexing and he's like drinking. We see that his aim, his accuracy, even while drunk, is so great that he shoots the same spot twice. That was a nerve-wracking scene for me. I almost wonder if that was the scene telling us that even though he's drunk on sake, he's still fully in control. And therefore, when he's sitting there in the street saying sake and begging for John Blackthorne's forgiveness kind of scene, was he's a piece of shit no matter what.
Yeah,
he was going to do, the sake was not why he beat his wife. Absolutely. He's just blaming it.
Yeah, no, the only reason he even did that is because that's what he was supposed to do.
Public appearance,
Yes. Yes, he had to publicly apologize, which we clearly saw that happen. But he gave that away as John Blackthorne walked away, and he like picked his head up. It was obvious, like, yeah.
I get that. Now, speaking of him, so Buntaro.
Oh, by the way, hold on.
Buntaro's brother is Fuji's dad.
Correct. Yes.
Fuji gave her dad's swords to John Blackthorne.
Mm-hmm.
John Blackthorne has Buntaro's brother's swords. So if they were to have a duel in that situation, and John Blackthorne would have killed Buntaro, which I don't think he probably could have technically.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's. I think there's literally.
Buntaro would have been killed by his brother's swords, which is an even greater insult, I think.
Aside from that, we now know the truth.
Yeah, he was killed begging for his life or something, and then the dad bought the swords for bags of rice just to say so Fuji could live and be happy.
Yep,
that's fucked up.
I was gonna say, by the way, no one questions Buntaro's, like, they were like, wow, it took him 20 days to get back to us. Like, thank God. Like, so happy to have you back. Like, no one's questioning his loyalty at all.
Do you think he's turncoat?
I don't think we know enough about him. He seems cold-blooded as fuck, but he does also seem very straight edge, like, to a T. So he seems honorable, and it also seems like, since no one questioned it,
I would say
no one thinks he isn't. Well,
I would say devout follower of Japanese culture, which is what most of them do.
Sure, but I would say the only thing to back that up in the episode is no one questions his loyalty or that he like made it back under other circumstances. Like, everyone was just like, wow, holy fuck, dude, I can't believe you made it.
Now, speaking of...
I'm just saying, interesting observation.
Speaking of loyalties, so you made a point, first off, we'll say, is Ishido younger than the other lords? I feel like he's almost Toranaga's age, if not like younger.
He's younger than Toranaga, but he's definitely the youngest guy.
Which makes me wonder, did he earn it or did he inherit it? Regardless, he seems to command a lot of respect and authority between the other regions. However, as you mentioned, when it comes down to selecting the fifth one, currently the regions are tied 2 Christian to 2 not Christian. Before they had Toranaga, who was not Christian, so they had the vote power. So now it's...
Yes, but no, Mikey. What? No, that's not what happened. What happened was he threw out his pick. The Christians were like, no. One Christian guy left, the wealthy Christian dude. But then just him, Ono, and the non-Christian guy still couldn't agree. Then it was just him and the other guy.
And they still couldn't agree.
And they still can agree.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So clearly, they're not unified at all.
No.
It's not even Christian v. non-Christian. It's just they don't agree on shit.
I didn't say they were unified. I said that they couldn't figure out who to select for the fifth one, and as a result, they're split between the 2 Christian and the 2 non-Christian.
But I'm saying that doesn't even really seem to be the case. But you said like Ishido was in charge. I don't really think he's in charge because he doesn't really seem to have. It seems like now that Toranaga's out of the picture, that's what was uniting them.
But now he's gone, so they're like, whatever.
Yeah, because the only reason I thought that the moment when he got the head in the basket was so powerful was instead of it being the regions and then being like, this means war, it was him alone in a dark, rainy room.
Yeah, meaning, which obviously makes sense to that.
Which could play to Toranaga's strength.
Correct.
If Ishido doesn't wait and get backing from any of the other regions and just goes to war, just him and Toranaga.
And Toranaga was more than happy to fight the other samurai, it seems, as long as he doesn't have to invade their stronghold.
He wants to do it on his terms.
Which makes sense, because in a military fight, especially one where you're trying to practice cannons, the element of surprise, you're a samurai, so you don't really want that. But it's easier to shoot cannons at
from a fortified position,
or even just towards a non-fortified position. As
sure. Yes.
So we learned that in this episode, Toranaga was okay with. Well, first off, he figured out that it was either Yabushige or his.
He figured it out.
He's a smart guy. Nothing gets past him. He was okay with the words to kill the general because, first off, they weren't his words, so he never gave the order. So if it comes down to it, he could just be like, "There's Umi, get him, bro." No, I didn't do it. Which is what it seems like a lot of the lords have been doing, is they've been trying to keep as hands off as they can to say. To lie, but also not lie by saying, I didn't have him killed. but I'm okay with it. Just like how Yabushige was like, I'm with you. I'm with you. It seems like he's just doing whatever he can to survive.
Yes.
And play everybody.
This episode, just hear me out. I feel like Yabushige doesn't like Toranaga because all Toranaga does is outsmart him literally every scene.
Which I think is related.
Like he's literally just, there's never been a scene we've watched with the two of them where Toranaga hasn't already figured out what the fuck he was thinking. Been like, you're an idiot.
Well, part of that,
you know what I mean? Like he's just running circles around Yabushige.
Part of that's his quote with the bird. You either have the falcon that goes for all prey, or the one that goes for the fake prey.
Yes.
And in these situations, I wonder if the fake prey is him setting up traps. First off, one of them being, unfortunately, we lost the Ujiro, the gardener that we liked, because John Blackthorne hung a pheasant. I don't understand the point of that still. He was making some sort of food, but I don't know why.
Well, some meat, like it's traditional, like even now to this day. Well, especially like steaks. There's a steakhouse like 30 minutes from here that does that. They do like specialty steaks. Forget what it's called, but it's literally they let it decay. But the decay tenderizes meat, and it's safe to eat. Okay, if it's like treated properly.
Which
it seems absolutely repulsive.
Which is funny because last episode we had John Blackthorne willing to eat natto, which is apparently gross for some people. But the Japanese weren't willing to try his food, which is crazy because, they're willing to obviously try other culture. They're obviously willing to, he's willing to try other cultures, but they're not willing to try his, well,
he's a visitor in their country.
Now, I will
just point that out.
I will also point out John Blackthorne is honestly, if you're not Portuguese or Spanish or Catholic, he is like the nicest, and also you treat your wife correctly. He is the nicest guy. He bonds with almost everybody. He is, almost on everybody's side. He almost like, for example,
he's essentially, they are making him
Mariko. He cares about everybody. He's a good guy.
He's a 21st century man in this TV show.
And even to the point where he will not sleep with people that, like, the consorts. He won't sleep with them because he doesn't want them. He's not appropriate to do that type of thing. He only
he's only interested if it's willing.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Obviously.
And then he obviously does not like how women are treated in this culture, even though he even says in my culture they're also property because this is the 1600s, so technically there's not too many rights for women, unfortunately. But it's just great to see him grow. And then even as far as when he was like, I want to leave, and Toranaga's like, no, the earthquake hit, and he probably could have manipulated Toranaga's son to leave because he would have been the next in line. But he was like, I got to get down there. I got to save this guy and whatnot because it's in his nature.
He didn't even
hesitate once.
You're right. He didn't even think. He was just like, he was just,
It was crazy because,
I mean, it saved his life. How much longer would he have, even 30 seconds later, would he have been alive?
Now, that's all from my notes for the most part.
And he gave Toranaga his swords, too.
That's so he could stand.
No. But he didn't have them in the next scene.
Oh.
You have to remember, it's very taboo for Toranaga to be, like, for John Blackthorne, he's supposed to be wearing swords. And he's fucking John Blackthorne.
I thought that was just him giving him to use them as, like, crutches.
No.
He was using them to stand like that.
Sure, but he also lost his swords. Like, he's not supposed to be seen without, that's what I thought it was.
Got it.
Now, I thought that's why it was also such a big deal.
The final thing to bring up, too, is that Toranaga, when his son went out of line and did what he did, but also was acting like a coward doing so.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not going to talk to you. You don't deserve my respect, my honor.
Because it wasn't his idea.
Correct. He tried to act like it was his idea, but it wasn't. But at the same time, he was willing to promote Umisama because he was like, it was a good idea. It was the example of the falcon again, where they're willing to go for the prey, whereas those who aren't ambitious are just kind of like Torin Yabushige. Yabushige is not going for the prey; he's going for the
well, like he said to his fucking face, which is so crazy that he said, like, can you stop trying to play both fucking sides?
Yeah,
like, make up your fucking mind, dude.
Which is crazy. Now, final thing is we finally figured out the true purpose of the spy. He is a samurai who has been planted by Toranaga in this village.
Toranaga says, his most prized samurai.
Which means he's probably a badass. I can't wait.
Which is
But
crazy
when
because he's the most unassuming looking guy ever.
Unfortunately, they use Ujiro as the scapegoat. But I want to point out that the spy put all the information into Ujiro's house. So he's pretty quick. Now, we also see an example of the fires in the house. What I would believe that, they were talking about how there's fire, the air, sea, fire, whatnot comes after our homes and
Where
whatnot.
was there a fire?
There was a fire after the earthquake.
Oh, yeah.
Which, obviously, they're showing that death is in our air and our sea and everywhere. And it's crazy to, just go from a teaser of that last episode where John Blackthorne's like, what the hell is that? To this episode, it's a catastrophic one that destroys almost everything. But then again, they go as far as to show us, hey, this is why we have houses that can be destroyed and built over and over. Because, stuff like this happens. And we're resilient as a people. Unfortunately, some people die. Unfortunately,
you say don't touch the bird or you die, and people take it literally.
Fuji unfortunately got hurt, but she seems like Fuji, I'm right. Fuji got hurt, but it seems like
she also seemed happy that he came and checked on her.
Well, because she thinks he's a barbarian, but the first thing he does is come in to check. He puts his hand on her.
I don't think she thinks that anymore.
Well, she used to, but he puts his hand on her hand to say, almost like a comforting thing, like, I'm glad you're okay. He seemed very, caring and loving in that moment, even if especially because him as that's technically his consort, he has not done anything with her, so he respects her.
Yeah.
And then you go to see that he actually did care about Ujiro because she sees him moving the stone and placing it, which is a big cultural thing for the Japanese, is those gardenings.
Yes.
And so she's seeing that he's accepting all of their cultures as well as, caring for them. He's not just here for what it is. He's obviously been there. It has to have been at least 6 months because that's how long that's how long Toranaga said it's going to take to train the regiments.
Yes.
So it's probably been 6 months.
It's been a while. It's also important.
No, it's only been 20 days.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, I didn't think it had been 6 months. I mean,
yeah, never mind. John Blackthorne, you're like 5 months too early before leaving, dude.
Well, he's just upset about a lot of stuff. I was going to say, though, it's also important to note that Fuji is trying her best to do the right thing. Like, I'm sure she didn't want to kill the fucking gardener, dude.
I can't believe she killed him.
But like, she's trying. When he says, hey, put the pheasant up here, don't touch it, like, she's like, okay. They make this stew, nobody has any, but like, you know what I mean? It seems like she doesn't understand.
Not at all.
She doesn't understand at all, but she's trying in her own way to understand, which means a lot.
Which I get. Now,
also, homie, that she was right on the cusp of barging in there with a loaded gun to.
I don't know if she was. Was she? I thought she was.
She was outside the door.
Yeah, but I think she was there to keep John Blackthorne out if the time comes. Because she said she attempted to stop her uncle, but she couldn't because that's obviously her uncle. So maybe I don't know what she was doing, but technically she's supposed to be John Blackthorne's, consort. So she's supposed to be there to stop him from doing things and whatnot.
Well, and they were disrespecting the peace of his home.
That's what it was, the big thing.
Yes.
It was his home. So disrespecting the peace of somebody's home is a massive thing in Japan, which is why Buntaro was pleading for forgiveness. Now, the entire scene, the final thing I have to say is that final scene where he's shooting, that made me so anxious. I knew she couldn't get shot, obviously, because
when they're drunk.
Yeah, when they're drunk. That entire scene made me so anxious because, God, it was too close. I thought she was gonna get her face started, dude, and he was gonna deck him.
The craziest part, I'm like, man, the show's gonna ramp up and shit's gonna start happening, but it's still just, we're still like, I didn't feel like there was like really a dull moment at all, and it's just tension and everything.
It really feels like what it's gonna happen is it's gonna build up to a battle, and all it's gonna be is one battle that basically decides who is the ruler of Japan, because what's going to happen is the leaders are samurai besides the one who has leprosy, so most of them were going to be on the front lines probably with their troops, as we've seen, because we've seen them when Toranaga's there, he's in his outfit. When the Christian Lord was at the harbor, he was front lines too with his men.
Well, he's on the battlefield.
Yeah, they're on the battlefield. So, we might even see Toranaga fight, Ishido with a duel.
We'll see. I think there's a really strong chance that they were trying to allude that Ishido is going to be very angry and isn't going to wait to get the support from the other regions and is going to go after Toranaga himself. The only thing that's throwing a wrench in anything is Leto Chiba at the end being like, I'm calling the shots. I'm curious to see where that goes. I'm loving this show.
I'm loving the show too. It's so good.
It's
Now,
so good.
I'm ready to wrap it up. So thank you for joining us. We are the 732 Review Crew. I am Mikey.
I'm Joe.
If you do enjoy our content, make sure to check out our Patreon, which features full lengths for this and many other ones. It does help us. If you do want to help us, just go a long way. Otherwise, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.